अस्सलामुअलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी वयस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। This is going to be the fourth video of this lesson. The title of the lesson is Birth from Snapshot textbook. I am reading from page number 68. I would request all the students to have the textbook in your hand so you can understand it well. If you have any query, question, feel free to contact me, or you can write down in the comment box given below the video, right? And inshallah this is going to be the last video of this lesson. We will be able to finish this lesson. I will have to read this lesson little bit in hurry in order to finish this lesson. Then after we'll begin the new lesson for your post midterm exam, right? Let's begin to read. I am reading from page number 68. Fourth video. Okay. Snatching a blanket, he laid the child upon it and began the special method of respiration. He asked for the blanket. He snatched the blanket from nurse. He put that blanket on the floor and he laid the child. He put the child on the blanket and he began the respiration in order to revive the child, in order to resuscitate child, in order to bring the child, in order to conscious the child, in order to bring the consciousness of the child. He laid the child upon it and began the special method of respiration. It can be understood. The basin arrived. The ewer, the big iron kettle, frantically he splashed cold water into the one basin, into the other he mixed water as hot as his hand could bear. Then like some crazy juggler, he hurried the child between the two, now plunging it into the icy, now into the steaming bath. He asked for the whole hot water and cold water. Hot water and cold water were brought, right? Was brought, and basin was also brought. Then what did he do in order to resuscitate child, in order to revive the child, in order to bring the breathing of child? He put the child into the cold water and he put the child into the hot water. So he was like a juggler, like a magician he was doing, right? So he tried his level best to revive the child, to resuscitate the child, but let's see whether he was able to succeed or not. In nutshell, while she had gone to take what he told her to, and he grabbed blanket and laid the child on it, while he performed the unique respiration method, the nurse arrived with the necessary items and he began with the procedure instantly. In one basin, he put cold water alone, and in the other, he put hot water at the temperature he could bear. The next moment, he was seen dipping the child in those basins, one after another. He continued doing it. So this was a special kind of method which he had used it while rescue the child. Okay, let's begin to read next paragraph. 15 minutes passed. Sweat was now running into Andrew's eyes, blinding him. He was in a hurry and he was also in confusion, and he was there practicing for 15 minutes. He was putting the child into the hot water, then after in cold water, and by this way the sweat was there on his face and it comes to his eyes that he was not able to see even. One of his sleeve hung down dripping. His breath came pantingly. He was not able to, he was tired and exhausted, but no breath came from the legs body of the child, but the child was not breathing. He did the procedure for about 15 minutes. He was extremely tired and filled with sweat so much it blinded him. One of his sleeves got unfolded and bathed with water. He breathed heavily. Despite all his effort, the child still lay lifeless. Next paragraph. A desperate sense of defeat pressed on him. He lost almost all his hope. He lost almost all his hope. A raging hopelessness. He felt the midwife watching him in the stark consternation. He felt the midwife because one woman was midwife. She was constantly observing and she was constantly looking at him in stark consternation. Stark means complete and constant means in feeling of an anxiety. She was also very much worried that the child was born, stillborn. It was a dead child. There is no life into the child, and she was there, and she was very much worried, and she was very much worried. And she surprised that what this doctor is doing. He is there putting child into the cold water and hot water. What is there doing? He felt the midwife watching him in a stark consternation, while there, pressed back against the wall where she had all the time remained. She was standing without any kind of movement, taking the support of the wall and looking at the doctor and the child, her hands pressed to her throat, and she was there putting her hands on throat as indication that she was also very much worried, and uttering no sound, her eyes burning upon him was the old woman. There was one old woman. He remembered her longing for a grandchild, and the doctor was thinking about her, that she also had an ardent desire. She also had a longing and yearning and strong and very vehement desire to have the grandchild, as great as had been her daughter's longing for the child. Same wish her daughter also had it. All days away now, futile beyond remedy. Now doctor started thinking that all his efforts seems to be in futile, seems to be in vain, because the child is not breathing. It is the dead child. In nutshell, let me explain you. He felt that he had failed, and suddenly all his hope was beginning to fade. He could feel the nurse gazing upon him, disheartened. On the other hand, there was the old man who couldn't utter a word. Her eyes were constantly fixated upon him. He instantly remembered how badly she wanted a grandchild. Moreover, he remembered how her daughter was waiting for one. It was all a waste now. Next paragraph. The floor was now drag mess. The floor was now drag mess. It was drag mess. The floor was now drag mess. Means because he was there putting the child into hot water, cold water, and because of this, there was water everywhere. Stumbling over a sopping towel, and he even got stumbled while holding the child. Sopping means wet, bhina. Her towel. And he almost dropped the child. He was near to fall down, and he put the child, he handed over the child. He almost dropped the child, which was now wet and slippery in his hand like a strange white fish. He was not able to hold the child because it was like a slippery in his hand like a white fish. For mercy's sake, doctor, whimpered the midwife. Now midwife was there standing, and she was not able to see all this, and she brought the attention of the doctor and told the doctor, "It's stillborn. The child is not alive, doctor. What you are doing up till now?" Right? So let me explain in a nutshell. After the continuous struggle, the floor was extremely wet and dirty. The doctor almost slipped on the towel, and he was just about to lose hold of the child. The child was also wet, and he is being compared to a white fish. The midwife then pleaded before the doctor and told him to stop, as the child is stillborn. Next paragraph. Andrew did not heed her. Andrew did not look at her, because she was talking. He didn't pay attention towards her. Beaten, despairing, having labored in vain for half an hour, he still persisted in one last effort. He was there doing struggle. For last 1.5 hours to revive the child, to resuscitate the child, but all seems to be in vain. All seems to be futile. All seems to be useless. But last effort was there. What he was there? Rubbing the child with a rough towel. He started rubbing the child with a rough towel, crushing and releasing the little chest with both his hands. And he was crushing the chest of the child, trying to get breath into that limb body, and he was trying his level best. He started doing respiration method. And let's see what happened. And then, as by miracle, now miracle happened. The pygmy chest, which his hands enclosed, gave a short convulsive heave. And then, as by miracle, pygmy means little, chest, which his hands enclosed, gave a short convulsive heave. Convulsive means very violent heave. Another, and you turn giddy. Right? The sense of life springing beneath his finger after all that unavailing striving was exquisite. It almost made him faint. Right? Now he felt that there was life into the child. The child seems to be now alive. The child is able to now breathe. And beneath his finger, he felt that now the blood is there, started flowing into the body of the child. And child seems to be alive now. Right? All his effort which he was doing, all his efforts, all his attempts, all his endeavors that he was putting to revive the child seems to be now fruitful. He redoubled his efforts feverishly. He started rubbing the child. He started rubbing the chest of the child feverishly. The child was gasping now. Not the child was now gasping. He was able to breathe. Deeper and deeper, a bubble of mucus came from one tiny nostril. From one nostril means the two holes of the nose. From one nostril, bubble started coming, mucus, right? Mucus means slippery secretory. It started coming from one tiny, joyful, iridescent, means luminous colors, bubble. Now the child was able to produce the bubble from his nose, right? The limbs were no longer boneless. Blood started also flowing in the body of the child. Now they are not boneless. The child seems to be in color, right? Because it was a yellowish color, pale color. But because of the blood started flowing into the body of the child, it seems to be in red, pink. Then the head no longer lay back spinelessly. It was just, before that the head was just laying on the back, but now the head also started moving. The blanch means white skin was slowly turning pink. Then exquisitely came the child's cry, and the child started crying. Just as miracle, the little chest which was enclosed in Henry's hand took a breath. He continued heaving, living. Henry weak in his knees. The feeling of the little one's breathing on his finger almost made him faint. Instantly, he worked on reviving him with double efforts until the child breathed deeply. As he gasped, a bubble formed by the mucus was formed from his tiny nose. His pale skin turned pink, and the body no longer felt like it was lifeless. The next instant, he started crying. We have the last two paragraphs. Inshallah, we'll finish it. Or if it is 15 minutes, then I will stop it. Because in the next video, I will discuss the question answer as well. Let's see. Dear Father in heaven, the nurse sobbed hysterically. It's come alive. The nurse was there to look after the child. She also prayed to God and she thanks to God, saying that the child is now alive, right? And she was also crying. That was the cry of joy. Andrew handed her child. He handed over the child. He felt weak and dazed. He was extremely tired. About him, the room lay in shuddering litter. There was waste everywhere. The room became so much dirty because water were everywhere. Blanket, towel, basin, soil instrument, hypodermic syringe, impaled by its point into the linoleum, means that particular vessel. Everything was there in 6 and 7 position. It was everything was there in a topsy-turvy condition. The ewer knocked over, the kettle on its side in puddle of water. Upon the huddle bed, the mother still dreamed, awake quietly through the anesthetic. The still mother was there under the influence of anesthetic, as if she was dreaming. The old man still good against the wall. That old man was still standing, but her hands were together. Her lips moved without sound. She was praying. Right? Now let me explain. The nurse muttered the words of prayer while tears rolled down her eyes. Andrew handed her the child. He felt extremely weak and tired. The room was obviously messed by this time. All the equipment, including blanket, towel, basin, saw instrument, hypodermic syringe, the ewer and the kettle were all in terrible state. The mother lay still on the bed. The anesthesia still had its effect. Susan's mother stood still in one place, constantly moving her lips in prayer. This is the explanation. We have the last. We'll begin the fifth video from over here. Thank you for watching my videos. Jazakallahu khair. I would request all the students to go through this video and to watch this video again so you can understand well. Lesson is so easy, so written in in a very lucid language. I hope you must have understood the lesson. Right? Allah Hafiz.